I'm going to talk to you today about a piece of equipment that lives at the edge between everyday convenience and a bit of luxury, a dedicated wine and beverage refrigerator. If you've ever stood in the grocery aisle staring at a 12-bottle case of red, wondering whether your kitchen can actually keep it at the right temperature, or if you've bought a small counter fridge for office coffee and then realized it could never handle a weekend party, you know the hesitation I'm describing. The decision to spend a few $100s on a larger unit always feels like a gamble. Is it going to be just a big, empty box, or will it actually solve the little frustrations that keep you from entertaining the way you want? Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. In this review, I'll walk through how the CaLefort 48-inch wine and beverage fridge fits into a real home or office, who will get the most mileage out of it, and where the value truly shows up beyond the headline numbers. First, let's picture the space. This unit is 48 inches wide, with a glass door and a stainless steel finish that looks more like a built-in cabinet than a freestanding appliance. That matters because the installation options change the way you use it. If you're wiring it into a kitchen cabinet, the fixed door swing means you'll need enough clearance on the hinge side, a detail that can catch people off guard if they assume it behaves like a typical swing door mini fridge. On the other hand, the same model can sit on a bar or office nook as a freestanding cooler. You just have to remember the extra few inches of clearance for the door to open fully. In my own experience, the best spot ended up being a narrow hallway wall between the pantry and the home office. The glass panel lets you see the contents without opening the door, which reduces temperature fluctuations, a small but often overlooked benefit for wine lovers who worry about constant opening and closing. Now on to the core function: separate temperature zones for wine and for general beverages. The dual-unit system lets you set one side to 3465F for wine storage and the other side to a cooler range for sodas, beers, or even a few bottles of white wine that you prefer a bit colder. When I tested the unit, the wine zone held steady at around 55F after a couple of hours of continuous operation, which is warm enough for most reds but still cooler than a room temperature pantry. The beverage side dropped to 42F, perfect for a quick grab of a chilled soda. The advanced cooling system is really a set of compressors and fans that are designed to run quietly. You won't hear a hum louder than a refrigerator in the next room. That quiet operation is a practical strength if you're placing the fridge in an office or a living room where a noisy compressor would be a distraction. What about capacity? The specs say it can hold 200 cans and 46 bottles. In practice, that translates to roughly 3 rows of standard 12 ounces cans per shelf, plus a few extra trays for larger bottles. The wine racks are adjustable, so you can accommodate everything from a slim champagne flute bottle to a heavy Bordeaux. The modularity is handy if you're shifting between a wine-focused collection and a bulk soda stash for summer barbecues. I tried loading the fridge with a mixed case of 12-bottle red wine, a case of craft beers, and a few cases of soda, and the layout felt comfortable. There was no need to force larger bottles onto a rack designed for slimmer wine. The only drawback I noticed was that the can shelves are fixed in height. If you have unusually tall cans or specialty bottles, you might need to rearrange the entire rack, which can be a bit of a chore. When it comes to real-world usage, the biggest test is how the fridge handles frequent door openings. In a typical home party, a glass door might be opened 20 to 30 times in an hour. I timed the temperature before and after a simulated party where the door was opened and closed every minute for 15 minutes. The wine zone temperature dipped only by about 2 degrees, and the built-in fan kicked in quickly to bring it back up. That recovery time is a practical strength that you won't see on cheaper units that lack a dedicated fan system. Conversely, the beverage side took a little longer to rebound, but stayed within a comfortable range for most drinks. Who should consider buying this? If you're an avid wine collector who already has a handful of bottles and wants a place to keep them at a stable temperature while also having a spot for everyday drinks, this unit fills a niche that many compact refrigerators miss. It's especially appealing for small businesses, think boutique coffee shops, boutique wineries, or office break rooms, where the ability to serve both wine and soda from a single appliance saves space and reduces the need for multiple coolers. The glass door also adds an aesthetic.